Hello, Carson City, and thank you so much for tuning in. I wanted to begin a new ongoing discussion with you all as a way to discuss issues that are important to both you and our fellow citizens. I'm hoping this will establish an open dialogue between us as a way for me, a potential candidate for public office and a lobbyist, to connect with each and every one of you. Last Monday, along with other Nevadans, I witnessed the close to a very controversial session of our state's legislature. Now, we have all had some very good success throughout the session, and we've all had some not so much success. But no matter what your political opinions are, I think it's becoming more and more apparent that politics at the state and local levels are no longer really between Republicans and Democrats, but instead they're between the good old boy network, who are well established, and those who are working for the betterment of the people. Now, I was privileged to lobby for many good bills. I was also given a wonderful opportunity to see the inner workings of our state government. It is because of that experience that I wanted to address what I feel is the cause of much gridlock that we see right here in northern Nevada. Now, though by law, I recognize that the session must end precisely at midnight after the 120-day mark, but I also know that there were a few important bills, very important bills, that didn't get the chance to be voted on and died as soon as the clock struck 12. Now, this could have easily been avoidable, but there were some in the legislature, in both houses, who felt it necessary to purposely stall on those votes. Bills that included whether or not parents should have notification regarding a minor to have an abortion. A bill that addressed the open carry law right here in Nevada, and another bill that could have made Nevada a primary state in the presidential election versus continuing a caucus. Now, these were just a few among some many other important bills to Nevadans across the state. But the problem here is that Nevada now may not ever have the chance to decide upon whether or not those bills should be passed or rejected. Now, I watched as certain public officials continued with previous bills with much lesser importance in an effort to run out the time clock. Now, this is an example of that mentality that so many in public life have. That they have been there for so long that the will of the people is no longer important. But the thing that is important to them is what their agenda is, and that's all that matters. This is also very obvious right here in Carson City, where politicians feel the need to continue a mass spending spree only to then have to raise taxes to pay for it. And still raising taxes this time, even just a couple of years after the people of Carson City voted against it. I feel it is time that people stand up to the good old boy network who have been unchecked for so long. I believe that the people do have the power to make the differences that they want to see, but we all need to have the courage to take that first stand or make that first step. Now, I am more than confident in the upcoming years, some big changes will occur in City Hall. That will once again result in putting our citizens back in control of our own government. This isn't a Republican or a Democratic issue. This is an American issue, and as Americans, we should be able to come together and agree on this. And regardless of your circumstances or your beliefs, America is what keeps us and holds us together as individuals and human beings. I want you all to be a part of this movement, and I want you all to know how important you are to this process, to this sacred trust. And I hope we can begin establishing a trust once again in our representatives. And I will start this by opening myself up to you all. I want you to approach me with any comments or concerns. I want to know what you think is important to restore Carson City's greatness. I want to know what you believe we need to do to fix all of these problems that we are facing. And I also want to thank you all so very much. And I'm looking for responses to this video. I'm looking for an ongoing discussion, and I hope that you all will take the time out of your day to go ahead and engage, because that is what's so very important about being an American in our political process. I look forward to hearing from you and continuing this discussion. So thanks again for tuning in.